live in Florida, edge of Alabama. Working at a marine shop, fixing boats and shit. Get to be good friends with the owner of the shop. He tells me about his property he owns in Alabama, completely barren besides 2 picnic tables in a clearing. Property is big, really big. I never bothered to ask him. He invites me to go with him one time with his buddies. Of course I'm gonna go, you bet your ass. Land is awesome, have a great time. Has a river running through the middle of it and everything. Spend day fishing and walking around the property. Make it home no problem. Get to be good friends with the owner. Enough to ask him if I can visit the property whenever I want. He says of course, not a problem. Just don't leave trash out there. Have a friend who's basically lived off of video games and Mountain Dew. Never gone into the woods, literally. He wants to go with me. Haven't gone by myself yet, so I say hell yeah. We get there, and set up camp. Show him the river and give him a pole to fish with. Has digging it, having fun being in the woods. It gets kind of dark, and not knowing the area I tell him we should go to our tents. He's apparently having a blast and tells me to go on ahead. Tell him he doesn't know the way back. He says he does, he remembered. Know his bullshitting, but I go back anyways. Get to my tent, fucking exhausted. Halfway asleep when I hear his ass screaming at the top of his lungs. Look out of the tent and he is sprinting full speed to me. Oh shit. Jumps into my tent hyperventilating. Ask him WTF happened. Says he heard laughing. Tell him he was hearing a bird or some shit. He says he knows for a fact it wasn't a bird. The whole time he has this dead-ass stare, might have been in shock but I wouldn't know. Just kept looking at the tent like he could see through it, and was scanning the area. Tell him to go to sleep. Looks at me like he's looking through me and just says yeah and walks out of the tent. Laying in my tent thinking what the fuck just happened. Then I hear it off in the distance. Sounded like laughing mixed with coughing. Yell, listen motherfucker, I know that's you doing that stupid ass laugh. He replies back, in his tent, that it's not him and it's what he heard earlier. Tell him it's far off and probably some weird ass animal. Can hear the laughing getting closer and closer though. Laughing gets closer and closer. Tell him to come to my tent, so I know it's not him. Truthfully I was scared as shit. Hear him sprint out of his tent and he gets in mine. Definitely not him, can still hear it off in the distance. The closer it gets the scarier it sounds. Suddenly it stops. Silence for a whole 5 minutes, then we hear the huffing. Sounds just like a mother bear huffing, link related. Huffing is right outside the tent. Freaking out at this point. Huffing is literally right outside the tent. Just start yelling absurd insults and generally sounding crazy. Whatever was outside the tent bursts out laughing like a fucking maniac. Hear it stomping around laughing. Slams into a tree. Can hear twigs and leaves hitting the top of the tent. Frozen in fear. Laughing stops. Huffing starts again. Scared to do anything. Hear huffing all fucking night. Literally all night. Not a wink of sleep. In my cramped tent with my nerdy ass friend. When sun is fully out we get the balls to go outside. Nothing outside, nothing has been moved. Cooler full of food not touched. Look at the tree that our tent is under. Huge area of missing bark on the tree. Say fuck this, not staying another night, not ever. Pack up our shit and leave. Motherfucker always asks to go back. Tell him I'm never going back there. He asks me like once every 2 weeks. It's been 6 months since it happened and I haven't hung out with him since. He asks me like he's addicted to it. Practically begs me. Still has that 1,000-mile stare, too.